Well, anime fans across the world are eagerly awaiting the return of My Dress Up Darling. The anime industry has bestowed upon us the next best thing, question mark, which is 2.5 Dimensional Seduction, a series about an obnoxious main character who is the most archetype, I don't want to have any 3D girls main character you can possibly put together, who is literally handed the perfect girl. Like, for any otaku out there, this is literally the girl of your dreams. She likes talking about pantsu, she likes talking about sexy things, she likes cosplaying as your favorite character, she's super cute, she wears glasses, she looks like MASH from Fake Grand Order for some reason. Missed opportunity there for the Seiyu, by the way. Everything about this girl screams otaku. She likes geeking out about anything otaku related in sexy outfits. She likes to show the underboob, she likes to show the pantsu, everything. But this guy ain't having it. He don't want no 3D girls. And so he's going to be extremely obnoxious to anybody watching the show because he doesn't want it. Where was I going with this? Anyways, I've watched the first episode of 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. Is there anything to this show besides just a perfect waifu that is a complete knockoff of Dress Up Darling? Let's find out. Let's jump into it. 2.5 Dimensional Seduction opens up with Masamune, who is, like I said before, a self-proclaimed otaku who wants nothing to do with 3D girls. Well, it does get into his history and the idea that at some point he confessed to a girl, and then immediately after that, he started getting bullied. They called him gross, and he's just been bullied the entire time. Even his mother left him for some random dude. He doesn't have a good experience with real women. So that kind of led him into pretty much becoming an otaku, and yes, falling in love with one specific character, Lilio. Now, Lilio is a character that's a part of like a multimedia project. Like, she has a video game, she's in a manga, she's in anime, everywhere. Well, enter Ririsa. Ririsa is a cosplayer that got into cosplay a long time ago. She fell in love with it. She loves the outfits that a lot of characters wear in manga. Yes, and she gets extremely obsessed with even the ecchi stuff. She likes to get to the nitty-gritty details of like, what does their pantsu look like? It seems like that's the one thing that she wants to focus all of her detail into, which again, this is a very wish fulfillment show, by the way. The story is very wish fulfillment, so yes, of course she's going to be very obsessed with one thing in detail, nothing else but pantsu. But no, jokes aside, she enters the manga club, where Masamune is the only member. All of his senpais have graduated at this point, so he's the only member there. Well, she wants to join the manga club, and Masamune does not want that because he just does not want women there. He assumes that Ririsa is like into shoujo manga or something like that, and it's just going to be very awkward having her there. Well, thankfully, immediately, some figures on the counter catch her attention, which he's like, great, best opportunity. She's going to see that it's a cast-off, she's going to be grossed out, and she's going to leave. But no, Ririsa, upon noticing that it's a cast-off, immediately starts talking about the fact that it's based off of an H artist. Like, she knows everything about it. Well, after some conversation between the two of them, eventually he realizes, oh wait, this girl is actually the real deal. Like, this girl's actually into this stuff. At which point she reveals her secret. That yes, she's been keeping a secret from everybody that she's really into cosplay, and that she really loves the idea of people loving what they love and not judging other people. And yes, that she has this dream that one day she wants to be in a cosplay video. At which point she decides to strip down right in front of him. He has to cover up the window because literally like right on the other side of the window is, you know, other students walking by. She strips down and changes it into her cosplay outfit, which yes, shock to nobody, is Lilio. His favorite character ever. His waifu, his number one waifu. And she looks perfect in it. So much so that he feels like he's in the 2D world. Everything is down to detail, including her pantsu, which she decides to show him her pantsu, saying that, don't worry, it's part of the cosplay. Well, following this, he accepts to allow her to join the club. He quickly regrets it, but then she shows up. They start playing a game together. She pauses the game in order to get the details on the pantsu. Then she decides to strip down again into another cosplay outfit in which she wants him to take some photos of her. He does. Eventually, her zipper gets broke. He helps her with the zipper. Her chest just opens up. She falls over. He catches her with a, grab right in the chest like you typically do before he rushes off. And then she says that she's doki doki and she might be sick, so she got to go get some medicine. As you do with rom-coms. So my thoughts on 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. I am very mixed on the show. Let's start off with the positive. Let's start off with all the positive. Yes, all that ecchi, what you came here for. Are you not entertained? Is this not what you came here for? Obviously, this show is about the ecchi comedy. And yes, Ririsa definitely does deliver in that in spades. There's a lot of attention to detail and emphasis put into Lirisa's character. Now, let's be honest here. Let's be perfectly honest here. What is Lirisa's character? She is literally the perfect waifu. They have molded this girl to be the perfect waifu. Again, she has the glasses. She looks like Master's character from Fate Grand Order. She's got that ditziness, that cuteness to her. She wants to cosplay sexy outfits. She loves anime and manga. She likes geeking out about it. She likes talking about all the pervy thing that Otaku wants. She's literally, if you want to write that character, it's here. Now, there is sort of a side of that does kind of make me feel like she's not as genuine, which I am curious if they'll actually play into at some point. When I first seen the PVs for this and the synopsis for this, my assumption was going to be that Lirisa's character was going to be the, I don't know, when she was 5 years old, Masamune saved her dog, and so she's been obsessed with him ever since then in the shadows. And maybe at some point she's seen that Masamune really loved this Liliel character, and so she decided to do a massive amount of research on her and to cosplay as her. Now, it does seem like in the first episode, there seems to be an indication here that she's always liked the idea of cosplay. She's seen it, she liked it in manga, she liked the outfits. At some point she went to a convention, seen how everybody loves cosplay and kind of support each other. They all support each other in what they love. It is sort of making a message similar to Dress Up Darling of the idea of not judging others and loving what you love and not being afraid of what other people think. And that seems to be where they're going with her character. It just seemed like it was a little bit too convenient that she absolutely loves this character that he loves so much. So my assumption is that at some point we're going to find out that she probably got into Liliel because she's seen him, but she's always like cosplay. I think that'll be a good direction to take her character because I think it's just a little bit too convenient currently. But yes, I do really love her character. She's got that ditziness to her, which there's a side of me that can explain that. And yes, there's, let me be perfectly clear because I'm sure I'm going to get a comment somewhere. I know there's some girls like this. I know there's some girl like this. They're very rare, but there's some girls like this. But I can't admit the idea of how seemingly oblivious she is to her own revealing herself that is technically in cosplay and a lot of fashion stuff. I mean, you see it in Dress Up Darling, you see it in Expound on the Runway if you're an anime fan. This is a thing. If you want to show it all and bear it all like she's doing with cosplay, you have to be comfortable with people seeing your skin. And so it does make sense that Lisa is not like, oh gosh, blush, but it is kind of odd that she's willing to undress in front of him and a wide open window to the outside with people walking by. There's a barrier of ditziness here, which I'm assuming that's what they're going with. I'm assuming they're going with Lisa's character as being extremely ditz, which again is a thing, and I do find cute. It's just kind of odd that she's like, oh, don't worry, these Ponsu are part of the cosplay, when literally one cut before, she was literally stripped down to nothing but a t-shirt in front of him with her Ponsu, her normal Ponsu showing. But yes, admittedly, she's a lot of fun. She's super cute. She has just this, again, ditziness to her. She kind of fulfills all those check marks that you want of being comfortable with talking about pervy things. She likes to get into extreme details about Ponsu and whatnot because that's important to have that detail, which she says makes sense because if you're going to make a cosplay of somebody, the fans that are going to be looking at you, you want them to see the real deal. You don't want them to see them go, wait, no, that line's slightly off, that's incorrect. Or yes, the laces on the Ponsu aren't quite right. The Ponsu, the laces aren't supposed to be circular, they're supposed to be straight. As you typically do with Otaku. She's totally fake, right? But yeah, all around, super cute. I really enjoy her character. The obliviousness does technically open the door to a lot of comedy and ecchi, which is always kind of welcome. Again, her literally going, I was thinking about a thong before she literally shoves her butt out towards him. It just kind of works. And yes, I do like the fact that even though she does kind of fall onto him and they do the typical trope grab the chest thing, she doesn't immediately kick him in the face like you would typically get from an anime character. Now that we've got all the positive out of the way, let's get into the negative. I hate Masamune. I really do hate Masamune's character. He is super obnoxious. And I forgot to look it up beforehand. I'm assuming his Seiyu is the guy from Girlfriend. He totally sounds like him, which is part of the problem. Masamune is too freaking loud. I hate his obnoxious screaming every 2 seconds. He's got that, whoa, 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 there's a chest in front of me. Oh no, girl. I like that they at least explained his character. I do feel bad for him, honestly, because it does seem like he has been through bullying after trying to confess to a girl. He's got a bad experience with his mom. Like, this guy obviously is into 2D characters for a reason. But at the same time, he's a little bit too trope otaku obsessed with 2D that it's in that area of like, oh gosh, you're checking all the check marks here too. You have the perfect waifu character, you're checking all the check marks. You got the 2D obsessed otaku character, checking all the check marks. I mean, the only way they can make him any worse is they make him overweight with the whole like striped shirt with the backpack. Then he's gonna be like full on the the trope otaku. But no, we gotta make him playing with the usual plain protagonist character hair. My only hope really is that this is the first episode. Again, obviously, always my first impressions. It is the first episodes. And in this case, my hope is that eventually he is going to, I guess, get more comfortable, which is probably not going to be the case because this is a comedy ecchi. And so the presumption here is that it's going to be literally 24 episodes. By the way, 24 episodes. 24 episodes of literally him constantly going, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my gosh, she's so perfect. Oh my gosh, she showed more skin. Oh my gosh. The hope is that he fixes because the whole concept here is that Ririsa wants somebody who is passionate about her character to take pictures of her. She can get a stranger to take cosplay pictures and video of her, but she wants somebody that is passionate about the character that she likes to take those photos. Even though he has no experience with photography, she wants him to do it because he likes the character. He will be able to bring out the best of the character that she's cosplaying. And so he's going to have to get used to this. He's going to have to get comfortable with her, yes, very skimpy outfits. So my hope is that he's going to get over that very quickly, or at least kind of tone it down a little bit. That's all I really ask for. I just want it to tone down the screaming. The screaming is obnoxious to me. I'm done with it. I'm over that type of character. I just hope that he just kind of chills out a little bit. That's all I'm asking. Visually and everything so far looks good. I mean, this is like a 7 out of 10 show. It doesn't look bad at all. It looks very flat. And that's fine. I think all the ecchi shots are really well done. I mean, the punch shot, the butt shot, the thigh shot with the putting on the stockings, all that stuff looks really good. And yes, oob. We barely ever get oob, and I like the oob. It all looks good. It all visually looks good. Even Ririsa looks really, really good. And so if they can keep up that quality for, again, 24 episodes, I'm all for it. And I'll be curious how they're going to rope in other cosplayer. I'm assuming that eventually the manga club's going to be full of 5 hot girls that are all going to be cosplaying, or I guess they can meet them at conventions and whatnot. And we'll see how they kind of rope in each of those cosplay characters into the story. But we'll see. I like how we got a conversation about don't judge the pantsu. She's like, I don't really like the pantsu here, though, because it's a little bit too plain. I would get something a lot more sexy. And it's like, oh, wait, I'm sorry. You're not supposed to judge the pantsu. Everybody has their taste in the pantsu. Anyways, we'll see where it goes from here. Overall, I really enjoy it. I like their chemistry so far. I think Ririsa is super cute. Again, she's massive wish fulfillment at the same time. I'm hoping, my only massive negative here is I hope that they tone down Masamune, which I'm going to assume not just because of the seiyuu they chose. He likes screaming a lot. He did it in Girlfriend, and they're probably going to have him do it here. So we'll see, but that's my thoughts on 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, make sure that like button down below, comment. Let me know what you thought of the episode if you're going to be checking it out. Just if you're new to the channel, make sure that subscribe button's got my content. I news reviews, first impressions, top list. If it's MH, pretty much here. I'll be doing first impressions of all the shows of the anime season coming up. Additionally, if you like this content and you want to support the channel more, I have a Patreon link, tips, links, so thanks for membership down below. Greatly appreciate it, but it does, and y'all take care.